Hi guys, just getting ready to make some of my protein oat bars. I've got the chocolate protein powder, and it has oats in it, quick oats, and then skim milk powder, and cinnamon, and I do add coconut, just sprinkle it on the top, and raisins, and then cranberries, and then the sort of wet mixture is peanut butter and water. Oh, and vanilla too. So yeah, once you get everything sort of measured out, you can make it in 5 minutes. And I'm gonna throw it in the freezer just to get it to set, and then I'll transfer it to the fridge. Got the peanut butter and water in there, and what I usually do is I just let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and whisk it, because right now it's just too thick to really do anything to. And I'm actually going to add the vanilla right now too, about half a teaspoon. Alright, I'd say that's mixed up pretty good. Now for the dry ingredients. This recipe is so dirty. It's got chocolate on it and a little bit of everything. Okay, so I'm going to start with the oats, and it calls for 3 cups. Right, next is the skim milk powder, and I'm going to add 2 cups to this. I notice it's got vitamins A and D added, so that's pretty good, and it is a source of calcium. I noticed, just TMI, but I don't know if it's the protein or the skim milk powder, but one of these kind of constipates you if you eat too many of them. I mean, not if you eat just a bar a day or something, but sometimes I'll eat them for like snacks through the day, and even for lunch sometimes, so you have to be careful. I don't know if it's the protein. It probably is. Probably the protein. Next up is the protein powder, and I need 4 scoops of this. I got this one from Walmart, and it was $19.99, I think. Usually I buy it from Shoppers Drug Mart because they have a really big container, and when it goes on sale, it's really good, and the flavor is a lot better. I'm not too crazy about this flavor. It just tastes a bit off to me, just compared to what I'm used to anyways. So anyways, yeah, I'll use this up, and then I'll keep an eye out for the sales. So 4 scoops of the whey protein powder, and then I'm gonna add probably a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'll just mix it up. And basically all you do is just throw in the wet ingredients of the peanut butter, vanilla, and water, and that's it. Stir it up, and that's when at the very end I'll throw in the raisins and the cranberries and the coconut. Alright, just have to add the cinnamon now, and then I'll stir it up and add the peanut butter and water. Ooh-wee, I think I might have overdid it a bit. Oh well, that's okay. Cinnamon's good for your blood sugar. Alright, that's it. Just mix this really well. And last but not least, I'm going to lay the parchment paper down, and I'm actually going to cut it quite large so it goes over the edges, and then I can sort of fold it over, and it can just stay in the parchment paper, and it's like its own little packaging. A lot of my products lately have been the Great Value, the Walmart brand name, just because it is a lot cheaper, and quality wise I'm pretty impressed with everything so far. Alright, I've got it all done there. Got the coconut sprinkled on top, and I'm just going to throw it in my parchment paper lined baking dish, and it'll be good to go. Every time I make a batch of this, before I throw it in the freezer for it to set, I always scoop like a little bit in a bowl, and I eat it like this. It's not as good, but it's still pretty good. I just can't wait. Like, I'm totally craving it. I've got the coconut there sprinkled on top. I tried not to add too many raisins and cranberries just because of all that sugar in them. But yeah, good yummy oat bar. So excited. It's ready to go in the freezer now. I just leave it in this dish when I put it in. It'll help keep the shape better, and then I just sort of throw the whole thing in this Ziploc bag just to keep it fresh and prevent freezer burn too. I have the recipe on my blog, so I'll put a link below to the recipe. You can print it out or even just view it on the website.